Hello everyone, hope you are doing well. Welcome to Data Analytics full course. Today we are going to learn about our button slicer, right? Last video we completed our first session of our day 22, that is what we have completed slicer function, right? Today we are going to learn button slicer, right? How to use the button slicers in our Power BI. Okay, first slicer we have completed yesterday only, right? Today I am going to teach you button slicers, right? How to use the button and simple we have used yesterday, right? Today, now here we have drag same column I am going to drag, right? Let's start from our beginning. Now this one is our old one which we have studied. Now yesterday only I said you that today I am going to teach you the difference, okay? How to use the difference between the slicers, right? How to use the particular slicer as per our requirement, that we are going to learn today, okay? If you are new to our channel, please subscribe to our channel and press bell icon, okay? And if you are having any doubt, please comment me and ask, okay? Notes for the all the sessions I have uploaded on my description, okay? So let's start our today video. Okay, yesterday as we have completed our one topic of our day 22, that is what slicer function we have completed. This we have learned yesterday. Now as I said you yesterday only that today we are going to complete the remaining slicers, right? Button slicer we are going to complete. Okay, then we will move forward to text and a list, how to use that one. Okay, from basic to advanced, okay? There should not be any confusion from your side, okay? So stepwise we are going forward, right? So here you can see same column, okay? Now here you can see the table name is what, sheet 1, and in that only my date column I have dragged, okay? Same column we are going to use, okay? This slicer we have completed yesterday only, and what's the difference between the button and our simple slicer we have completed. Now here you can see the simple slicer we have used, okay? Now if I will click on my particular button slicer, then what will be the changes that I will use, okay? Now here you can see all my data, my dates are came in the form of what, that is what, button, okay? All my data has been came in the form of button by using the button slicer, right? Our simple, when we click on simple slicer, there was no any button, right? There was button, but left side all the boxes were given, right? You can see here all the boxes are given when we are using our simple, okay? And if we are using the button one, particular button is provided, okay? Now here if I will click on 5 December, okay, particular, it is just like a button, right? Whole button is it has been came by using the button slicer we have used, okay? Now here also by using the slicer setting, okay, we can format this whole button one, right? Here you can see here on general you can increase the position, padding, that we have seen on our every sessions, okay? These are the basic part, okay? All sessions we have covered, that how to do the tooltip and how to use the shadow, visual borders, effects, background color, all we have completed, okay? If you have not watched the day 22, okay, from day 1 to day 22, okay, on that we have completed all our formatting and everything I have taught you, okay? So it should not be teach again and again, right? So the basic part is what here. If we want to make the changes on our, here you can see multiple layout, that you can change from here, right? Okay, if I will change here, right? Okay, that I have changed. Okay, if I want in the form of horizontal, that I have provided, right? Yeah. On general part, how to do the formatting and all, that you can provide. If I want background color for particular, that also I can provide here, right? But if I want to change my visual style, okay, if I want to change layout of my visual, that I can change here, right? Okay, title we have given the selected that we have provided. Okay, and if we want to make, here you can see style of, if I want in the form of table, that I can, that can also I can provide. And if I want to modify, okay, means rows, if I want to change the rows of the particular my button slicer, that I can change. Okay, if I want to increase the size of the row, that we are changing from our, what's the, by using the layout. On layout we are changing the arrangement style and rows of our particular visuals, right? Slicer visual, that we are changing from here. Now here you can see the size, it has been increased, okay, for specific row. Okay, if I am changing that row, that it has been modified, right? Now if you want to modify the shape of that particular visual, that also you can modify from here. You can see here shape, rounded shape, that also you can change here. Okay, background also you can provide, from our visual. Okay, particular background to the visual, that you can provide. Now on general, what we are doing, okay, on general, inside value we are formatting, right? On our general inside value, now here inside values are what, inside values are what, one data. Okay, inside our visual, what is there, data. Okay, particular, now data is what, data is collection of information which is stored in the form of text, okay, number and all. Okay, that is what our data. Now here what data we have selected, here what we have selected, data, date, right? Date we have selected, what, on date column we have selected, right? Now date is what, you can see date is what, here date is what, collection of numeric, okay, numeric values, collection of numeric values, that is what our date column. Okay, now here you can see activity plan. In activity plan, data will be of string type of data, right? Date will be data of numeric data, am I right? Name will be string data, right? So that is inside visual. Okay, data inside of our particular visual, that is what our data, right? In that, if we want to make the formatting from general, we are making the formatting, okay, by providing title, background color, that we are modifying by using the general. Now you will be having question, what's the difference between the visual, okay, here visual and general. On visual, okay, general, on our visual, we are modifying, okay, we are changing our visual background color, callout values, images. If we want images of for our visual, that we are providing. And on our general, we are modifying the data. If I want only particular data, means background color for 1 December, okay, if I want background color or text size, if I want to increase age of text size of 3 December, okay, 2025, from general I will be modifying that data, am I right? Okay, and that we are modifying. Now here, if I will use our yesterday's, that is what, day 22 slicer, okay, that we have learned. If I will click on that one, old one, then all my data will be of box, right? I will select only particular box. But if I will use the button slicer, okay, particular, all the data will be in the form of button. Am I right? Now what's the difference in the text? On text it is the logic, okay. Simple logic is what, when our data is of our string. Now here you can see activity plan is what, activity plan is string type of data. Date column is what, okay, date column data is of numeric. Now numeric, for numeric data, will we use the text slicer? No. Okay, text slicer is used only for our string data, okay, not for the numeric data. Okay, if I will use particular, I will click on here, okay, this one, our text, it will not load data, it will not load data. Here you can see, I have clicked on particular text, okay, text slicer. It has getting modified. No, it is not using the text, because my data, my column is of what, date column is used, okay. For date, I already said you that text is used, text slicer is used for particular string type of data only, not for numeric type of data. If I will cancel this one, date, and I will use here activity plan, okay. For example, if I am using the activity plan here, okay, and I am using here text. Now here you can see it is using, right, find by keywords that we can modify, okay, as per our requirement, that we are changing, okay. Slicer setting we are using, okay, for particular slicer, okay. List is what, if I want data in the form of list, that I am providing, right, here list. If whole data, if we want in the form of list, that we are providing, okay. Okay, all slicers we have completed, okay. This one is the simple slicer we are using. Button, if we want our data in the form of buttons, okay, if we want clickable in the form of button, that we are using this button. If our data is of only string type of data, for string type of data we are using the text slicer. Now date is string type of data? No, date is of what, numeric type of data, that is what, fact data, okay. Date column is of what, fact data, okay, fact table, okay. The difference between dimension table, fact table, that we have seen on our project, okay. That project we have completed, okay. What's the difference between dimension table, fact table, how to use star schema, okay, star table, what is the star table in our Power BI, that we have completed on our project, okay. On uploaded projects we have covered, okay. 3 projects of Power BI we have completed. On that we have used, okay, the fact table and dimension table. What's the difference between that I am not going to explain today, because if you have not completed that project, okay, please watch that project. Your all doubts of fact table, dimension, that will be covered on our projects, okay. We have uploaded projects on my playlist, okay. If you have not completed that project, okay, dataset, everything I have uploaded on my description, okay, of my Instagram Rich Analysis dashboard and Google Play Store Analytics dashboard, okay. 2 projects we have completed, okay. On that we have used these tables, okay, means dimension tables, what is the dimension, and fact table, how to use the schema, that we have completed, okay. If you have not covered that, please go on our playlist. On playlist I have uploaded the projects, okay. On projects, all our Power BI projects are uploaded. From there you can practice, okay. On that, how, if we are clicking on the particular, okay, here if I am clicking on particular slicer, how the dynamic data is getting changed, okay. From that also we have done on our project, okay. Projects we have completed. Now list, if I am clicking on list, particular list, all my data will be formed in the form of list, okay. Whole data, and same column is there, okay, same column is, that is what activity plan. And if I am clicking on text, then it will be in the form of text. If I am using the button, all data will be in the form of button, right? If I am using the simple slicer, that I already said you, on our simple slicer we can select, but it is given in the of our left side only. Okay, as per our requirement, we are using the multiple slicers. Okay, hope you, if you are not having any doubt, if you are having any doubt between any topic of Power BI, please comment and ask. Okay, hope you have understood today's video. Okay, notes for today video I have uploaded on my description. Okay, thanks for watching this video. Bye bye everyone.